This is my Abu Dhabi race predictions for the 2025 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. What a surprise. But here we go. Full push. This is my version of P1 podcast. Good surprise, because my name is Pierre Gasleak, and it's kind of a fuel thing, like full push. You don't have to lift and coast. But for my good surprise full push, is Nico Hulkenberg. He's had a really, really, really bad few races since Britain. I don't think he scored a point. I could be wrong there. But the reason I have him up here is because of last year's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He qualified P4 with a 122.886 ahead of Max Verstappen with a 122.945. In P, Hulkenberg was P4 in that qualifying session. So I think he won't be P4, but I think he will get to Q3. I think he will finish in the points, and that's vital for my crazy prediction later. Let me just see where he finished in the race to get a good gauge. He finished P8. I think he will finish P8 or somewhere there or thereabouts. For my lifting coast, I have what is my big flop or biggest flop from P1 podcast. My lifting coast is Kimi Antonelli, because surely he can't do it again. He's gone P2, P2, P5. I don't know if he'll crash, but I just think he'll finish not that well. He'll either be P6 and be miles off it, or he'll be outside the points, something like that. I just don't see him keeping this form up. I don't know if F2 do Abu Dhabi, to be fair, but I don't know. I just don't feel it. I don't really know how good he is, to be fair. I didn't really have a look at F2, but I just don't see him being like that. And I think, to me, Abu Dhabi is relatively similar to Bahrain, and he got P11, whereas Russell got P2. So I think, I just think he won't be great. I think he'll be good. I just don't think he'll be as good as he has been. So maybe not a big flop, but worse than he has been. So I think the other contenders for that are other contenders for good surprise. I think Gasly, because of last year, qualified P6, I think. And I think big flop potential is Max Verstappen. If I'm being honest, came P6 last year, and qualifying he came P5. So to me, a big flop would be not on the podium for Max Verstappen. But moving on, we have pole position. Now, pole position is very similar to last year. I think it will be Lando Norris. Just plain and simple. Quicker on a Saturday than Piastri is, really, I think. He beat him by 0.2 last year, which isn't a crazy margin, but it's as big as Piastri would want it to be. As a teammate, you don't want it to be higher than 0.2. And I think Lando will be able to shut Russell up from Qatar's interviews. But yeah, I think he's just got the pace over Piastri at Abu Dhabi. He was slower than him in Q1, quicker in Q2, and way quicker in Q3. Moving on to podium. I think it's going to be more of the same as last year as well. I think as much as we say it's a qualifying formula, I know Lando got pipped off the line by Max Verstappen, but I don't think Max Verstappen will be high enough to pip Lando off the line. And I don't think I think Norris's start last time was good enough. I think he was well clear when Max had smashed in the Piastri side pod. But I think the podium will be Lando Norris P1, Oscar Piastri P2, and George Russell P3. I don't have Max Verstappen in my top three, which is why I think he's a contender for big flop. I think he has to win. He has to win to have a chance at the WCDC. I know he doesn't care about it too much, but he will push. He will. He'll go as hard as he can. He'll go balls to the wall, just like his mum, or his mum with balls, or his dad. But Yeah, I think George Russell quick round here last time, P5, did lose to Lewis Hamilton, to be fair. And Lewis Hamilton qualified all the way down in P18, I think, last time. George Russell did get P7, which isn't great, but I think this is his best season by a mile. Anyone that says it's not is blind. And I think he's top four drivers at least right now. If you want to count Leclerc, if you want to count either Norris or Piastri, I think they're very level right now. That's the Piastri. I'd say Max, one of the McLarens, then Russell, and then I don't know, probably both McLarens. To be fair, I can't really think of anyone else. Yeah, I think George is definitely top four, maybe top three drivers right now. Then we have crazy prediction slash predictions because I made two because it's the finale. You might as well make two. We have a Kick Sauber. No, we don't. We have Kick Sauber finish P8 in the team standings. Currently, as it stands, we have the battle between for P6. We can discount Alpine. They literally cannot do anything. 92 points, Racing Bulls. 80 points, Aston Martin. Haas, 73. Kick Sauber, 68. I think Alonso will get some points around here. I know it's got a GP2 engine and there's quite a big back straight, but I do think Alonso does run well around here. Behrman, Ocon, that's really what they need to be looking at is Haas, 5 points behind. I don't think Behrman or Ocon will get a point. Behrman lost his 6 point run at the Qatar Grand Prix, and Ocon's been well off it. So I think Ocon's a write off, and then Behrman, it's a possibility he could get points. I just think Hulkenberg might get more, and then Bortoletto will squeak in. So I think if Hulkenberg gets P8 with 4 points, and Bortoletto gets P10 with 1 point, that's 5 points. That gets you a level. But because of Hulkenberg's podium, I'm pretty sure that Kick Sauber finish ahead. That's my prediction. He could finish higher than P8. He could finish lower P8. I think that's a crazy prediction for Kick Sauber to gain 5 points on Haas during this weekend. And then next we have Fernando Alonso finishes P10 in the drivers' standings from miles back. Not miles back. He's P12, but like from where he was at start of the season. I think he was like 10 points off of Lance Stroll after the start he had. Was horrific. But we have, I think the fight for that P10 is really between Isak Hadjar with 51 points, Hulkenberg with 49, and Alonso with 48. I think Hulkenberg will get 4 points, which pushes him to 53. But I think Alonso will be best of the rest or best of the midfield, especially if Antonelli slips up or Max slips up. He could be P5 for all we know. But I think Alonso will qualify well. I think he'll be out qualified by Hulkenberg. But I just think Alonso will use his experience. I know Hulkenberg's got it as well, so it's a little veteran fight up near the sharp end. But I think Alonso will beat Hulkenberg and Hadjar to P10. I don't see RB being too good around here. It could be okay, RB, well at Hadjar, but I just don't see it. I think Alonso, with his runner form and RB's lack of runner form, will see to Alonso getting P10 and Kick Sauber getting P8 in the team standings. Is there any DHL fast laps I could chuck in here? No. I think that is it. Alonso, P8 in the drivers. No, P10 in the drivers. P10 in the team standings. Oh my god. P10 in the drivers. P8 in the team. Russell P3. Piastri P2. Lando P1. Lando pole. Kimi big flop, and Hulkenberg with my good surprise. And that is my Abu Dhabi race predictions. We'll be doing I don't know if we're going to be doing a predictions review, but we're definitely going to be doing driver ratings like I'm going to be uploading in the next 2 hours. So thank you and bye bye.